If they're not ginger you, ginger yourself. Hey, if they're not ginger you, ginger yourself. If they're not ginger you, ginger yourself. Come on. It's Monday morning and I don't know why you're not feeling gingered. I know that I'm starting today in a very funny foot, but I mean, looking at the way Davido is really making money with that funds that he dropped with Odumodu, come on, it's enough way. I mean, to look at that and say, Kai, Davido, well done, sir. You understand? There's just so many things that I'm seeing of late, and I'm like, okay, well done, well done. See Ruga and Tiwa. I mean, that music is doing so well. There's just a lot of things going on. I can't wait to see you guys next week Sunday at the Whiskey listening party. You guys are ready to be there, Abby, because of course I'm definitely going to pull over with my pullover. You understand? I'm definitely going to be there. Honestly speaking, looking at Afrobeat and where it's going to, there's just a lot of things to be glad and proud of. So this is Gossip Gala, and my name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty Plenty, aka Grassy Batty. You know how we do it here. It is time to gossip. Guess what, guys? I have an interesting person on my table. I know every time that I want to always open our guest on, I'm always saying interesting. But trust me when I say that this person is indeed interesting. I mean, he's a talent manager and he's a co-founder to the Planet.ng. I mean, that's a company where they take care of people. For every time that we have many people with different talents, but these people take their time to manage them. You should know that that's a lot of work. I have no other person on my table than Louis. Hey, bestie.
Hi.
How are
Beauty.
you?
I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you
today.
so much for coming.
Pleasure.
I hope
fine.
I told you this afternoon that you're actually very cute.
Yeah.
If I haven't, I'm telling you again.
I've been blushing. I've been blushing ever since.
Yes. How was it like getting to the studio today? Was it
Yeah.
difficult?
No. It was a
It was
very
calm.
smooth trip. Yeah.
I think it did. I mean, this December is looking so nice. How's your December going? How do you see Christmas? Have you bought your chicken down? Are you one of those persons that bought rice so that 25th you're not going to be crying that how did they add 20,000 naira to this bag? Please.
So for chicken, chicken will sort itself.
Okay.
I mean,
I like that.
there's something they called last minute miracle. So maybe somebody somewhere that is watching that knows my address can send my chicken. But for rice,
Chicken of life.
there is rice for Christmas already.
Nice one.
So just chicken. If you feel that I deserve a chicken this year,
Come on.
send it to my address.
God, I beg.
Thanks and God bless.
I like this crowdfunding. Nice one. But I mean, I think I will actually tilt to what you're saying. For those people that think it's important for God's beauty to eat chicken, Abby, please, even though you do not know my address, you can ask for the address. Oh, you don't need to know the address.
And if you
Just-
send for her, you can send mine also.
You understand? If
Yeah.
they send for you, they can send for me too. So let's talk a bit about the plant. I mean,
Okay.
you're a talent manager. How has that been so far? What even prompted you into doing that? Because I know for sure that there's nothing like that in the university, right? So it has to be from passion. It has to be from that you thinking, okay, I don't want to sing, but I know that I want to be, with somebody that sings. I want to be see how they run things. I want to be able to take care of them. More like be their PA, but in a very bossy style. You understand? So I would like you to tell me, I mean, how the journey has been for you so far. What prompted you into being, a talent manager, and how you are able to confound the plant.
So I would say I am someone that like to see good things happen,
Right.
and I've always wanted to be a great guy, but the little experience I had with music
Right.
and then performance and all of that made me realize that I don't think I'm someone meant for the spotlight. I'd rather just be behind the scene and
Right.
make things happen. So I had to withdraw my passion for rap. I used to be a very good
Oh, you used to be a
rapper.
good rapper.
Yeah. So at the point where I was already gathering, then I had over 500 people, like real time fans.
Oh, wow.
And it was already getting to me that my shoulders are beginning to be heavy.
Raise
So I had to tell myself that this is not me. This is not who I want to be. I don't want to be away from people. I want to be with people.
Right.
So I had to just had this self-awareness session with myself, and for 6 months I was just trying to understand myself, trying to build, and so God saw have it. After that, I decided I wasn't gonna do music
Music.
anymore. So I started learning about the business of
Okay.
music,
Talent management and all.
yeah, and no everything around marketing, management, and all of that.
That's cool.
So since 2017, that's always been me working with one artist, working with one person, working with till I think 20 after COVID, 2021. I decided, oh, we're gonna put a name to this and make it more official.
Right.
So we had to call it the Plant. So yeah, the Plant is the company where we manage talents across industries, not just musical talent. So far, you have something that people can pay to watch, pay to see, or something that you can be proud of that you're doing,
Right.
and it can get you numbers. I mean, we are ready to like help you achieve that goal. Yeah.
So let's talk a bit about the plant, right? Right from the first time I saw the plant, the first thing that came to my head is this has to be a bit of agriculture. But then when you now explain that, oh, it's a talent company, and then it made sense to me. So I feel like whoever that's brought in that name together, the plant, actually understand what talent managing is about, right?
Yeah.
Now let's talk a bit about the challenges. How are you even able to get people? Because it's one thing to say that, oh, I like this person, the person can sing. Now it's not even about the song or how the person sounds, the voice of the person. It's about you seeing the future of this person, right? Do you think this person would last up to 5 years? I feel like one of the reasons why, if you see the likes of Olamide, why his name will still continue to reign is because of the kind of people he has putting into his label. See, Ashaka is doing so well. Fireboy is doing so well. I mean, these are two persons that once you just score their name, especially Fireboy, once you mention Fireboy, the next thing that rings on your head is Olamide. You feel me? Look at what Don Jazzy is doing. Look at Ira. Once you make mention of Ira Star, you automatically takes you back to Don Jazzy. You feel me? So it's how I want to know how it is. Like you people have been able to look at somebody and say, okay, I feel like this person would do well, because honestly speaking, you cannot actually tell which persons will do well and not do well. So I want to know what the plan is like for you people. I mean, towards the future now.
So, to be honest, nobody decides who's going to get famous or who's
Right.
going to be the next celebrity.
Right.
But they say proper planning prevents
Poor
poor
performance.
performance.
Yes.
So I would say it's more of perception. If I see a talent and I perceive that there's something great would come out of this person, we all have guts that we follow through.
Right.
And once I am cool with that person, and we do some like background checks to see and to be sure that this person actually is a good fit for us to jump on. I mean, there are talents that I've seen or I've discovered and I show to my team, but based off one or two back and forth, we weren't able to like proceed.
Right.
And at the long run, they become. I mean, example is Lona. Example is Fola that sang. That had a remix with Buju
Right.
and Bad Boy ML.
Yeah.
So those are like talents that I've discovered like way back. But
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
we didn't have to push through, and they are doing well now.
No,
So for
yes. Especially
talent,
for La.
yeah. So for talent is more of gut feeling, perception, and then the doggedness of the person. It's I can't as a manager. I can't be what's the word? I can't be passionate than you are.
Right.
It's your talent, it's your dream. So I shouldn't be very hungry, or I should be hungrier than you.
Right.
If you are not giving me that
That same vibe or
hungry
energy.
I wouldn't work with you.
True.
So that because most of the time I've seen talent whereby it's the manager that
That's
brings
pushing the
idea.
person.
Rest. Okay, now
No.
if I'm pushing, if I'm doing this, then you have to give me something solid, either your
To work
talent
with.
or your song. But these days, artists most times, let's talk about musical
Right.
artists. I feel like you hold them a lot of stuff. You hold them this, you hold them that. No, if as a talent you cannot deliver by yourself, even without the help of your manager, then I don't think you are failing as an artist. But I'm
Right.
sorry to say
I
that
feel
word,
you.
but I mean, because most of the people these days, most artists these days, just sing a song and they relax and feel like, no, it doesn't stop there. There's continuity, and without continuity, people will feel bored, get tired, and they'll forget you. So what comes after you drop or you release? Continuity. So most artists or most maybe labels or management don't always follow through with continuity.
Right.
So you see the likes of them Black Bones, see what it does when he drops a project. It's always constant. It's out
True.
there. It's
True.
people are seeing.
Yeah.
So it cuts across every industry too. You can't tell me you are a public speaker and then you only speak on Friday or you only speak on Sunday nights
Right.
and then you ghost.
It goes for the rest
No,
of
the
the week.
media is a very crowded place, and algorithm brings more and new interesting
Yes.
people.
Yes.
So, as a talent, you need to keep
Being on
doing
the face of
more.
people.
Yeah, you have to do more and don't stop on. Oh, I had my song was number one. No, okay, you're number one now. What are you
What happened
tomorrow?
next? Yeah.
So for me, it's more of perception and the passion from the talent. Yeah.
Makes sense. I really love this, and honestly, I can't wait to see the talent that you guys breed out, because I know for sure, I trust you, and I know for sure that you guys will be able to pick the right ones, people that are ready and hungry to, you know, give us good songs and good music. And I mean, you also made mention of the fact that you're not just going to be focusing on just a musical aspect now, but you'll be going to other sectors as well.
Yeah.
So I wish you good luck on that.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done. All right, we're going on a short break, guys, to come back with On the Street or social media. Stay with us.
Another is here. God's agenda for 2024 is wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing that makes things work. Everybody needs the oil of wisdom. The challenges are changing dimensions. So the wisdom to deal with them must keep changing dimensions. It's time to get wiser.
God terminated 8 years barrenness in this exalted altar.
I get back to a set of twin baby boys at 50 years after 17 and a half years.
Lord, I need the baptism of this ever-winning wisdom. Shiloh 2024 is December 10 to 15. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
Hey guys, it's your girl Purple Diva, and I'm live here at Gossip Gala. I want to say a very big shout out to Gossip Gala. Peace out.
Thank you so much for sticking around. It's On the Street of social media. So, as a minister of gossip, I officially welcome you. Come on, you guys. On the streets, there's this very funny one here. So, we're talking about nose ring. Let me quickly read it out. And it says, "This is my wife. Will a nose ring add anything to this beauty? Look decent without destroying your body. Nigerian man makes a case against those putting on, nose rings, and those that allow their wife, to put on nose rings." Now let's first of all see this guy. Let's see his wife first. Let's understand her hair. Now everybody, you guys are seeing how the wife is looking like, right? I mean, she doesn't have a nose ring, but of course she has a makeup on, she puts on wig and all of these things. So it just has an issue with the nose ring. Now let's get this tweet on. Okay. Now his name is Street Lawyer, and he says, "This is my wife." I mean, we've seen the wives together. "Will a nose ring add anything to this beauty? Look decent without destroying your body. That's not what men sought after. end. 365 digital connect. This guy replied, "She is beautiful to you without nose ring. Some men might want their wife to have nose ring put on. It does not reduce her value or change her from being a good wife to a bad one. It all depends on how we want our woman to look. She is to look good for the husband, not populent." Then the street guy replied, "It's not about the husband, it's about the children. The way you will not be proud to see your mother wear nose ring, that's how the children want to be proud." And it's how for every time he says something, he just puts end at the end, like he has end the conversation. So you guys can continue, doing whatever you like. But what do you think about this story? What do you think about those that has, their peers, that has nose ring on and all of that?
All right, so I would say it still boils down to perception. Nigeria as a country, we believe so much, or religion is something that keeps us going.
Right.
And then I would also state the fact that there's something called trend, both in fashion, both in culture. Things come and go. This is not the first time nose ring or piercing has been in existence. Right before we were born, it has always been a thing of either related to slave trade or related to like fashion, but it's something that has come and go.
Yeah.
People would accept it and see it as normal. So when it is now normal, it is not a crime anymore.
Right.
Excuse me. When Big Brother came, there were a lot of it's not good for the religious person, But now even the
It's not
religious
educative
person
enough.
are
Everybody's
dying
watching
to
it.
watch the Big Brother. So it's something that it hits you small, then it keeps going. So for everybody, like the Gen Z will say, do what pleases you. You won't say because, and Nigeria as a whole, we
Right.
judge a book by its cover. I
Right.
mean, it's not there are proverbs that don't even work anymore. And that judging a book by its cover is one of them. Once you see someone, you already have a perception that this person it is a drug dealer, this person is a prostitute, this person is, I mean, it goes way beyond looks. The kindest people might even have the most rugged look,
Right.
but because you have this mentality of he has a piercing, he has a tattoo on whatever, if you don't want it, if you don't like it, if you then detach from it, it's fine and understandable. Don't come and say you're a bad bitch because you are no. Nobody names a bad bitch with piercing or
Right.
with tat or with whatever. Most people see it as body aesthetics.
Right.
It's not because they want to or they are part of a culture or whatever. It's just I feel it will look good on me. Do it. If you feel it's going to look bad on you, and if a lot of people are telling you, it's not good, it's not, maybe they are seeing something, you can also readjust and check. But now canceling and saying, and it goes also to ladies who cut their hair. I mean, personal experience. Someone in my family wanted to like cut her hair. My popsy did not agree. He said, "No, why would you cut your hair?" Blah blah blah.
Wow.
So growing up, I now realized that if she had cut her hair then, she was actually tired of the hair, like going to the salon and all of that. But she wasn't wayward. She's not in that light at all. Because she's somebody I'm close to. Now, growing up, I now understand that, okay. So if she had cut this hair, the perception that my daddy had was, she would start doing dirty things. And I'm like, no, like this is I understand the point of we believe so much in culture and all those things, but please take a deep breath, relax.
Breath.
It's not, there are things that used to be very deep that are not so deep anymore. I can decide to cut my hair the way I want to do, so far I don't hurt
The other
any person. You are good to go. But now,
Stereotype and all.
it's not welcoming.
Now, this street lawyer mentioned that it's not really about what the wife wants now or whether she's okay with it or anything. He also made mention of the fact that it's about the children. That how do you think the children would feel if they see that their mother has, a piercing and all of that? I mean, what do you think about that? Because I really don't see, I kind of understand what he's saying, but I've also seen, I think I've had a conversation with someone that has like a tattoo on and all of that. And the person said, oh, he has had this tattoo right from when he was very young because his mom had one and they were okay with it in the house. So it was more like, if you want to have a tattoo on, you can as well go and do whatever you like. You feel me? So I kind of understand what he's saying, but again, I'm just trying to. I don't think it really holds water. But what do you think?
So, there was a company I was working with one time, and one of our colleagues was giving us a gist. She said, somebody's child was having a birthday party,
Right.
and they invited other kids in the estate to the house. And they were like, "Oh, the party's supposed to end by 9, so they can go home." Then one of the cousins said, "No, it's an overnight party.
Oh
These
wow.
are kids." Now it got to the point whereby they said they shared brownies in that party.
Party.
These
Wow.
are
Wow.
kids. So where we grow up, orientation we have also matters. For this guy that's saying um, about the kids, I can assure you that by the time the kids will grow up, their perspective might not even be related to the
To be
direction,
honest.
because you only control what you see. You can't control what you don't see.
Right.
And most of these children, they will spend time outside.
True.
Yours is to put them, like, give them
And
moral
other, give them,
values,
yes,
and then
discipline and all.
let them live. I've had friends growing up whereby they were so, tight in terms of upbringing. Now, I'm so proud of who I am. Like,
True.
they are nothing but non. I don't know what the word is, but
I understand what you're saying.
I can't walk with them or stay with them. So
Yeah.
sometimes there are things whereby you say you don't actually need to be too prudent on children. Give them, like,
That
the
breathing
freedom,
space.
to do basic stuff, then correct them.
Yeah.
Just let them know this is right, this is wrong. But when you choke them with, oh, don't do this, do that, do this, do that. I mean, for me, for my younger ones, we never had that chokeness. It was more of do what you want,
Do what you want.
but you know what is right.
Right.
So don't go against what is right just because you want to
do something.
So, I mean, thinking about the children is cool and calm, but also understand that the world is evolving.
Right.
By the time the kids would be learning to a level, they would have to decide what is true and what is false.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Same with you. Same with me, actually. I am with you on this, the last thing you said. And I think that's like a proper way of training children. Because when you're always into them, they intend to, once they leave your space, they intend to now explore and do extra. Because they have to, like, oh, nobody's watching me and all. But when you give them the liberty to do whatever they like, even when they are in or when they know that you are there or not there, they know that, oh, there's nobody going to stress me on, or if I can do this or not. I feel like that's actually like the best, parenting style. Moving on to the next story. This one says Christians don't call children kids. So this person has an issue with, people that call children kids, like the KIDS. Let's quickly get this tweet on, please. Okay, so she says, I still don't like when people call children kids, especially Christians. Kid is the young of a goat, which we know are stubborn. The Bible uses children. Our words are powerful. Randomly or not, we can learn to call them what we want them to be. Now, it's what's more replied that I think stood out for me. This person says, same group chat as don't call your husband baby so he won't act like a child. You believe God is omnipresent, and yet you somehow think he doesn't know the difference between a human child and a human goat. The same God that knows our... We know when they say you don't overtune things,
like,
right?
you're taking things too far. There are more stuff that can be debated, that can
Right.
be spoken about, than saying, because Why? Okay, in biology they say we are higher animals.
Yes.
And they are lower animals.
Yes.
So will you say because they said higher animals, we are animals?
I mean,
no, you understand the context that this is what higher animal does. This is what lower animal does. So you cannot say because they say he's a kid, he's a goat. No, that's not the context here.
Right.
He's a kid, he's a child, he's human. But if you now say, okay, Bible say, name speaks louder, then it's left to you. There are brand name in Nigeria that means wealth, means something, but in China it means something bad.
I agree.
So would you say Bible
agree.
says no? Like, let's always try to like.
I actually agree, and I think that's like the best answer on this. Can we just get one comment on the story? Okay, the way una they always twist that European storybook called Bible. Did this person say storybook called Bible? Ha. Anyways, religion na scam. Both Christianity and Islam, it's a sham. You are free to practice any religion of your choice. I am liberating my original African brothers. I don't know what did they do this person, but I mean, I don't see where the whole Christianity thing connects like to this whatever.
Yeah.
But I just feel like some people are just very extra. You know, when you learn something for the first time, you always want to like prove a point that I don't sabi this thing. You know, honestly, I feel like that's where the story is. That's what the story is about. Because this what did she call? Write it again. Don't call children kids, especially Christians. Like, auntie, you'll be alright in the name of Jesus. Let's quickly go on this short break to come back with the hot gossip. Stay with us.
Another is here. God's agenda for 2024 is wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing that makes things work. Everybody needs the oil of wisdom. The challenges are changing dimensions. So the wisdom to deal with them must keep changing dimensions. It's time to get wiser.
God terminated 8 years barrenness in this exalted altar.
I get back to the set of twin baby boys at 50 years after 17 and a half years.
Lord, I need the baptism of this ever-winning wisdom. Shiloh 2024 is December 10 to 15. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
All right, guys, I'm Mr. Bravo, Nigeria's #1 XZMC. And you know what? Don't stop watching Gossip Gala.
You're still watching Gossip Gala, and on the hot gossip segment, we have here insecurity. FCT Police Command banned use of tainted vehicles. Let's watch this video, please.
Clamping down on all commercial vehicles and everybody tinting their vehicles. We need to see people in their vehicles. Tinted glass is contributing to a lot of lawlessness. A lot of the victims kidnapped that we have rescued have given us their words that the tinted glass made it impossible for people to know they were in distress. And a lot of them at the same time covered their number plates, or some deliberately did not put number plates on their vehicles. This is the one resident of the Federal Capital Territory that henceforth the police will enforce all laws on tinted glasses. Nobody have right to tint their vehicles. We will enforce the law on covering of number plates. Nobody have right to cover their number plates. We will enforce laws on people not affixing registration numbers on their vehicles, because all these are forms of criminalities that people take advantage of to rob innocent citizens of the Federal Capital Territory.
And the officer has spoken. What do you think about this new law? Do you think it's something that would actually even curb these criminal activities that is really happening in the country?
So I feel like it's two ways.
Let me hear it.
If the government are saying they should ban tinted permit or tinted
Velcros
glasses,
and all, yeah.
they have to lead by example.
So they have to start from themselves.
Yeah.
Abi?
So
I like that.
in a developed country, before you see or before you hear siren, it has to be like a very maybe delicate issues happening or
Right.
an emergency, and maybe you hear ambulance, fire service,
Yeah.
and then before you hear police, they are on a chase with a car or something. But in Nigeria, I mean, and you don't always have what's it called? Okay, so what's the point of the roadblocks
Right.
at every 100 kilometer, and you are still saying there is insecurity?
I mean.
So if they want to kidnap someone on a road and you have like navy, you have soldiers, you have police on that same road, I mean, so like, how do you justify those checkpoints you have on the road? So what I would say is, it's going to be more unsafe for people to remove their tinted glasses,
Right.
because Nigeria is a country, Nigeria is a country where once you have that popularity a bit, you wouldn't be free to move around.
Around, yes.
In UK, I don't want to be mentioning this as reference, but we see popular figures go into the mall, go into the street without plenty security. Sometimes one bouncer just for extra. But in Nigeria, you can't see a public figure on the road or at the mall or whatever, and either is vandalized, brutalized, or people look for a way to maybe hijack his car or something.
Or his phone or something, yeah.
But when they don't know, you see a car by your side, you don't know who's inside, you don't know what's up, what's going on, you move on freely.
Right.
And these people, like, some of them can maintain the cost of getting a security, like full security channel. So they rather just stay in the tinted car, do what they want to do, move. So if you're saying people should remove tinted cars, then you also need to like orientate the people.
Right.
When you see celebrities, don't say because of that you cause traffic, you cause, like, you block the road.
Yeah.
And this is something that will not happen because you already know the person in this car is risky.
Yes.
You will come down, cause
Out of
drama.
risky they've seen.
The traffic that can be avoided is not going to happen.
Yes.
So for government to say, okay, remove tinted, let it start from the top, guys. If you are a senator, if you are a whatever, you are also a citizen. You don't have if you are saying people are being kidnapped by tinted cars, as a senator, you can also be in a tinted car, and that car might also be for kidnapping also.
True.
So let's bring it from the top level, from the senators, from chairman, from anybody in power. You don't have the right to use the permits, because you can also be kidnapped in another car, and nobody would say that this is the person that is in this car. So let's take it from the top. Any government official is not permitted to have a tinted car.
Makes sense.
We are running democracy. We are running government for the people, by
and
the people.
not military.
Yeah. So if you are saying people shouldn't do this anymore, then you have to now have like a reorientation for people.
Right.
You are not supposed to crowd. Because you saw somebody in the car, you're not supposed to crowd that car. Or, sometimes artists just disburse money in the air just to make people leave their cars. So these are the things that you also need to put in place. If you say, okay, let them not use plate number, registered names as plate number, I understand that. You can also like reduce some challenges from that. But, I mean, saying everybody should now remove tinted glasses, then let it start from the top. It's a very good idea. If you are saying FCT. What of Lagos? Nobody's saying anything about Lagos. But I understand that, okay, this is like the pride of the nation where everything happens.
The territory.
So now, people are being kidnapped. We have more checkpoints. We have more police roadblocks. What are these guys doing?
That's the problem.
So
that's why somehow when I even saw this story, in my head I'm like, in as much I understand the end goal, but do I see it working? I mean, if you are bringing out solutions, give us solutions that will, when people hear it, they would see the positivity, they would see the effectiveness. You feel me? Because waking up one morning and say, oh, you see them tinted vehicles that are used for criminal activities, even the ones that are not tinted, how many have you caught? How many have you say, okay,
prosecuted? The
do
ones
you
you caught,
understand?
how many have you prosecuted?
God bless you. So, I mean, it is not you waking up to say, oh, it's like they use tinted car, they do. But just like you said, that's why we have all those points and all those blocks and all of these things. What are your police doing? The only thing that we hear most of the times is, find me money for Christmas, just like the way Scales came out to talk about it last week. You feel me? That we keep hearing things like that. You know, we don't face the main issues. Which one is coming out? See, honestly speaking, the law is a wonderful one. Implementation has always been Nigeria's problem. So let's see how it goes. If we can start from the leaders themselves, wahala. Me, I'm open to clap my hands for when I see when I see good things happening. But honestly speaking, I don't see where this law is leading us to. But I mean, it is something that is not like it's my own word that they will not take and say, oh, let's redo or let's change this thing.
I mean, it's going
so
to
let's see how it looks like. Honestly, you want to say something?
Yeah, it's going to make a lot of public figure to be more scared, because you can be going anywhere and somebody sees you. Maybe someone is, Nigerians now. Any angry person can come at you by your door or whatever, and be like, this person is so and take actions take laws into their hands. So if we want to do this, reorientation is really a key.
Right.
Let the people know that when you see someone driving, or you are not supposed to attack, move close to somebody's car or whatever. He's making his money for himself. He's not supposed to see you on the road and now splash money in the air. Like, we need to just make things right first before these laws can actually be accepted by the people.
Let's really check the comment section and see people's reaction on this story. Okay. It will not still stop insecurity. You all fail to understand that when there is enough job for the youth, no one will have time for crime. I like that. In other countries, people drive with tinted glasses and there is no crime because everyone is busy working and earning good salaries. Provide more jobs in the country and less crime. Thank you. What do you think about this person's, comment?
Yeah, so I would shout out to him, by the way.
Mazi Obidi.
Yeah, shout out to him. So it's more of the the idle hand, the devil's
workshop. Yes.
So if people are actually engaged, nobody thinks about. Nigeria used to be a very, very, very loving country.
Right.
People you don't know would offer to help you.
Right.
People that are not even related to you would also like bring you in, take you in, and help you. These are years back. I mean, now everybody's exposed.
On their own.
Everybody is now into one or two.
Yeah.
So you can't really say, oh, this person, because this person is showing me love, can later come back to hurt me.
Amen.
They say don't misquote kindness for love. I can be kind, but I don't love you, and I can love you kind and nice.
Kind and nice.
So get people engaged, so they don't have time to be monitoring other people, and that's like what is happening in Nigeria now. Monitoring spirits. They just want to be in your business. They want to know what's going on. They want to look like they are looking for the next possible way for you to fall or something. So if people are engaged, I mean, it will reduce, like, okay, you're calling me to tell me, say, I just see person. What's my own? He passed.
Bro, I didn't work, may call me back, I beg.
You get, so if you're engaged, you don't have time for all those chit-chat and stuff like that.
Agree.
So shout out to Mazi for that comment.
All right, let's take one more comment, please. Okay. Tinted windows are such an inconvenience. even if you have the permit, it's a guarantee that you would always be stopped and asked to produce. That's what I'm saying. Before now, that they have always been,
They always
stopping
ask,
the act.
yeah.
So I don't see how you're not saying, okay, let's take out the permit and all of this thing would actually help, curb insecurity in Nigeria. But again, fingers crossed. Let's see how this new law, how they implement it, because again, implementation has always been a big problem, a big challenge for for those countries. But let's see how the implementation goes. If at the end of the day, the insecurity, criminal activities, stops drastically. I can't wait to hear that kind of good news. We get on a short break now to come back with the hottest gossip. Stay with us.
Another Shiloh is here. God's agenda for 2024 is wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing that makes things work. Everybody needs the oil of wisdom. The challenges are changing dimensions. So the wisdom to deal with them must keep changing dimensions. It's time to get wiser.
God terminated 8 years barrenness in this exalted altar.
I get back to the set of twin baby boys at 50 years after 17 and a half years.
Lord, I need the baptism of this ever-winning wisdom. Shiloh 2024 is December 10 to 15. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
Yeah, it's your boy K to the UTE Cute. I want to shout out to Gossip Gala, the best and entertaining show alive right now. See you. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much for sticking around. It's the hottest gossip. On the hottest gossip, we have Basketmouth. Get candid about some platforms and some Nigerian movie marketers. Honestly speaking, I feel like this is something that we already know. Like, how do I put that now? We know on the surface level, right? But it's just interesting now that we're hearing somebody, boldly, is coming out to now tell us, because I feel like these are things that we already know, to be honest. But let's watch this video together.
Of the matter is, there was a lot of money in the movie industry. There was a lot of money. When the streaming platforms came in, they gave money to these producers. And I'll tell you, point blank, these producers will take the money, $1.5 million or whatever they give them. They use about 10% of that money to make the movie. They are listening. They cannot deny it. I cannot call names, but you know yourself. They use. Once you're giving $1.5 million to make a movie, at least use everything. That's when you get quality. But these guys, they will buy houses, buy cars, and buy. It will show. And that's why when you see our movies, some of our epic movies look like stage plays. You know what I'm saying. This horse, they are lean. Horse, they cough.
I feel like I don't know, basketball is just so funny.
Yeah.
It was where did you have to give them those kind of examples? It was those examples for me. When you talk about the whole the movie looking like stage play and all that, you don't really get me. But when you now went to the horse part, say the horse go come lean, horse go they come like bro, they calm down. They calm down. So do you know that just last week I think I was watching a movie and I was asking myself deeply, how come if you watch American movies? I think I was watching a movie called Smile. It's on Netflix now for those that are horror movie lovers. You can go check that out. I was watching this movie and honestly speaking, it was so if you watch American movies, you get what I mean. It was so real. Everything. Even when I know that, when I have to now convince myself. I finished watching this movie, And I started convincing myself that God's Beauty is just a movie. There's nothing in this room. And because I love darkness a bit. I just like when everywhere is all dark and all. You feel me?
Yeah.
I had to start. That day, I think I actually slept with lights. That was how scared I was after watching that movie. Because again, it's a movie, but they don't make it feel like it's a movie. It makes it like it's so real. Everything, the editing is just on point. It's clean. The cameras, there's nobody shaking. There's nobody doing one funny act or the other. You feel me? But when it comes to Nigerian movies, in short, that's why there's a quote, like it's in quotation, it's in quotes when we call the word Nigerian movie. You feel me? Because we already know that is either the story is work. I'm so sorry to my fellow writers, but sometimes you guys can be writing what I don't know. Is either the story is whack, or there's just something wrong with it, or the person editing the story, the sound, it can be the sound. Hey, Chineke me, something is definitely going to be going wrong, which is actually so bad. But I think of recent things have actually changed, and I'll take thanks to Netflix, because since Netflix started, allowing them to, produce movies that can be put on Netflix, they have now upgraded even their quality, the editing, everything, the storyline, everything is catchy. In short, I think I was speaking to someone that should be like a month ago or so, and I was watching a Yoruba movie that's on Netflix, and I was telling him that apart from the storyline, you will know that there's too much money that's been put into that movie. Look at the likes of Jagu Jagun. Look at the likes of Anikulapo. I don't want to pronounce it wrongly. If you watch those movies, you know that money has been spent. The camera shot, everything, the drone, everything is on point. The sound, calm. You feel me? They know when to put the right sound. It's not before when you're watching African Magic Epic, where they are not supposed to put the thing will just enter. You will not be wondering, where did they go on for this scene? Where we say this sound they play? You feel me? Yeah. So honestly speaking, I kind of agree with Basketmouth when he says that, a certain amount of money that's allocated, to put into movies is somehow diverted, and everybody's just using it for their own personal gains. Because with the movies, that's enough proof. But what do you think about the story?
So I would speak in light of music that related to.
I like that.
So in music, there's always little to no sponsorship most times, and that's why when you look at events, everybody comes back to December to have events. So meaning they've either been saving from January to December.
Wow. I didn't know
to
that.
organize the party. Because people would come to parties, and it's not everybody that's gonna get tickets. So at the long run, you might not actualize the money you are putting in the party. So it now cuts across. If you look at events outside Nigeria, there's always an experience around it, from stage setting to lighting, and then maybe the motion and everything. Now bring it back home. It used to be at least average level some time back.
Right.
But the current Nigeria is more of affordability, survivor instinct.
Right.
So if, let's say Netflix or let's say Rock Nation or Wana is telling me, oh, I want you to organize this event. I have 1.5, whatever. You're bringing this artist, Nigerians would, that you're supposed to get this person an hotel.
Right.
You're supposed to get this person this particular mic, and
everything that'll be needed for the event.
So you always want to cut costs.
Yeah, and for the cheaper ones.
It would always show at the long run. That's why someone like Burna Boy will tell you he hardly performs maybe December or whatever in Nigeria, because it comes with a full live band.
Right.
And there are particular equipment these guys use. We don't have them here in Nigeria. You need to bring them. So if you incur all these costs and you say, okay, ticket cost is like maybe $100.
Right.
Nigerians don't have $100 to pay for that. So now let us come back to the movie industry.
Right.
If Netflix is dropping 1.5, they expect after streaming, after this particular time, they will get so money back. The numbers of subscribers on Netflix is less than 200,000. in a population of 200 million, and we have 30% of youth and stuff. So when you do all these numbers, I'm not sure Netflix is actually making that money
Back,
so
right?
yeah, so imagine that same movie in Nigeria. They're trying to, project it to another state or another country, and people in that country know the quality of what storytelling they've been watching,
Right.
and they see one flimsy movie that is just people running up and down, like you said, stage play.
Right.
They won't, there's the thing about algorithm and all those things. Once you like, you bring something closer to that. That if everybody's saying dislike, that movie is losing the strength and every other thing that the AI is supposed to pick.
Yes.
So, like I said, affordability. People can't afford to subscribe to Netflix. Not everybody.
Yeah.
And now you're still shooting movies that are not of standard.
I mean,
so at the long run, you're killing the business, the industry,
yes,
and investment that you people have been getting.
True.
You won't get it anymore.
True.
Because Netflix is not the only person in this space. There is Prime, and for people to now go for Netflix, that means Netflix is serving some kind of quality things.
Yeah.
People can as well go for Prime. There's Showmax also.
Yes.
But Netflix have I don't know, maybe the highest or whatever. So it's because of quality.
True.
Storylines, movies that are coming out.
Yeah.
So they won't allow you spoil their business for them.
True.
If you are giving so amount of money, use a reasonable amount of money to shoot the movies. And another thing is we need to also empower more creatives. Editors. Most times people who edit these movies are not even Nigerian.
Yeah.
Editors. That's why you see, oh, this movie is so great, it's so nice. The editing is it might not be a Nigerian who edited it. So how are we also trying to, help Nigerian creatives be more empowered? There are new tools, there are new, and Nigeria, nobody pays you for a tool, nobody pays you for a subscription for a tool. It has to be in your service.
Yes.
So these are the factors where that creatives also incur and be like, you know what, I'll just do the way they do them. So they also need to empower these creatives so that we have less of horrible editing or horrible movies and stuff.
Honestly, I feel like you've spoken well. And speaking to that editor part, I feel like it's something that is more like even a general problem, to be honest. Like movies or even down to music too.
Yeah, music production. You listen.
Sharp,
I don't know if you listen to Wizkid's new album.
I did now.
The level of there's this serenity, luxury that comes with, same as Fireboy too.
Yes.
The engineering was dope.
Yes.
Sure
yes.
you get.
You
but when you rush,
True, I actually agree. And we've come to the end of the show. It has been an interesting one with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. And yes, my viewers, you see how we stay here today now. It's definitely going to be a fantastic one this week. Thank you so much for being with me. I can't wait to have another interesting episode with you tomorrow. Until then, keep slaying. Hey bestie, my name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make I no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices.